Can you see my
Yes,
screen, guys?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So there are like 200 Tableau questions, okay, where we have questions like what is data visualization, how do you explain data visualization to a layman, how do you visualize, what are different types of charts, what are different ways of connecting to data, what is marks in Tableau, what is a published data source, what is a hierarchy, what is a group, what is a set, what is the difference in groups and sets, right? So these questions are what is a context filter, limitations of context filter, okay. These are the different questions along with the answers, okay. What is data visualization? These are the answers, okay. How do you define a dashboard? What is a scatter plot? Okay, so I will share this with you. What is a hierarchy? What is automatic hierarchies, right? What are sets? Sets are custom fields. What is difference between groups and sets? Groups simplify large number of dimensions by combining them. Sets create a custom fields, dimension. So all these things are there. I will share this. Okay, so take a look at it, guys. All right, there are few things I wanted to discuss. Let me open and connect to sample superstore. So when you work in a real time, right, there are certain KPIs that are always you will have to do, like current month versus previous month, right? YTD versus last year same period, uh, current month, let's say today is 6th May, so you would need to compare the same uh, 6 days from the last month, right? All those things are very important. So I'll just show few of it so that you will get an idea how they are done. Let's say the first is basically current month versus previous month, and these are the terminologies CM versus PM. It will be used. So now we have order date. So let me do one thing. I will create a calculated field and I will add 1 year so that we'll get some 2022 data also, which will help us. Okay. Sorry. Group. I'm using order date new and I will date add. I'll add a year. So this is my new date, which is year has been added. So now I need to compare current month sales versus previous month sales. So before doing that, let's do one thing. Let's restrict data until 6th May. Okay, so I'll create another calculated field and call it date filter. And this date filter is nothing but order date new is less than or equal to today. Okay, so it will always have data, whatever it is. Like tomorrow is 7th May, it will have data until 7th May. So once I do that, what I will do here is I'll go to this edit data source filter, add, and I'll put that date filter here and I'll select true. Okay. Now if you look at my order date new, we will have data until 6th May. So let's put it here and just verify that before creating anything. 6th May 2022. Okay, so because I have put a data source filter using this date filter so that it has restricted data until 6th May. Okay, this is how you apply data source filter in real time. There would be different scenarios where you need to apply the data source filters on different dimensions. Okay, all right. Now current month versus previous month. So what is my current month sales? So basically, how do I know that? Create calculated field current month sales. So anything that is part of this month, right? anything part of current month sales. So my logic should be what I can say here is it should be May month, right? It should be May month and year should be 2022, right? Year of um, order date new. There are different ways you can do it. Is equal to what I can say is year of today and um, order date new is less than or equal to today. No, the month of order date basically. Let's see what it gives me. So once you build any calculation in Tableau, right? Do not directly create a visualization. First check whether your logics are correct or not. That is the building block. Everybody does that. Now let's say this is the current month sales. So I haven't put any sales value there. I'll just put a Boolean calculation. So I will just check whether my true and false are coming correct or not. So use. Okay, so there is a little bit of issue in my Tableau. So what I did is uh, if I open my calculation, it is working fine. Okay, it is working fine, but just that it is working for the entire 2022. Okay, so this is something is not correct here. So basically what I could have done here is instead of this month of order date new, what I will do here is, let's say, so probably this is the issue. This is the issue. There are other ways I thought of fixing it, but this is the issue I figured out. Now if I go here, only the May should have the trues. You see, only the May is having the true values. So that means my calculation is working fine now. Others are false. This is true. Now in this calculation, what I can do here is, so if I just put sales, so I should always get these values, right? Then only it will work fine. My sales should be how much? 10,652 for sixth current month sales. Current month is basically start from 1st May until 6th May. So what I will do here is current month edit. I can do it here. So basically what I should have done, let's say I cannot put a filter because I need to bring in other metrics. Now you see this should be my output. So what I will do here, this is sales, right? So I'll just remove all of it, right? This is my current month sales. But if I have to compare with the previous month now, so I will create one more calculated field called previous month sales. And let's see if I put a filter like this, what can be my problem? First, previous month sales. So previous month sales is basically for June. June again, these many days, right? This many days in June. So basically, not previous. I'm talking about June. It's April, right? 1st April to 6th April. So again, the year will be correct, this much. And now I need to look at, okay, this maybe. So how many days have passed, right? Current in the current month, 6 days have passed, right? So I need to take that days, right, from the current month, and then I will check for those many days in April. So what can I do here is, if I say previous month, basically when you are in an incomplete month, right? If it's an incomplete month, you should not compare this May month sales with the full month of April. Okay, it will give you, I mean, the comparison will not be correct. So if that is the case, when a month is incomplete, you should also calculate those incomplete days. I mean, whatever completed days from the previous month, you should calculate that. So here in this case, this will not hold good, because if I do like this, or if I put a -1 and I check here -1 and do that, it will still check for the whole month. So I need to get this days from here first. Okay, let's say, okay, let's think that previous month sales. And now what I will do here is, let me just comment this out so that we can start from the scratch. Okay, okay. So today is 6th May. So let's say if I just find out like this, let's say what I will do here is I will find out the number of days. That's a day of, there's a day function of today, day of today. So what it will give me? It will give me 6, right? Now what I will do here is, first what I will do here is, so basically I need to find out that April 1st to April 6th. So what I can do here is, let me first do this thing. I do, let's do this thing. Date trunk and month of, let's say, -1. First let me go back 1 month from the current month. So basically current month is my today. Okay, so this is, oh, what is that? String, integer string. 5. Today is what it gives. Returns current date trunk. Why it needs a string? What is date trunk? Sorry, my bad. I was doing it wrong. So basically, the syntax that I wrote is for the uh, date add. So what I will do here is date trunk of this, okay, at a monthly level. Then let me do a date add on it. Date add, and I want to do, let's say, again a month -1. Okay. Now, if I check this, it should give me the first date of April. Let's say I'll just verify that. Now, if I put it here somewhere and I'll go to the exact date, 1st April. Okay. Now, let me go there. Now, this will give me 1st April. So I need to add these many days. Okay. So let's say what I will say here now is I'm looking at that condition, right? So date add. So date part is basically day, or what could have, okay, I'll tell you another way. Let us first do this, whatever we are doing, date add, and this will be day of today, comma. So okay, so now if I do this, it should be 6 April, 6 or 7, because I'm adding 6 days. So it is doing that. I can do a -1. Okay, so this has become 6th April. Okay, now let me remove this date from here and I'll put it outside. Now it will become again date time, but yeah. Okay, now what I can do here is, so this is my 6th April, which is basically today's date in previous month. So here what I will do here is date add, again I put a month, order date, today. Date add, so it's basically it should be -1. Okay, so it is taking it to 1 month back, and I'll do a date trunk on top of it. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here, date trunk, this is my 1st April. So what I will say here is, this is how you, this is how you should, this is how it is constructed. Order date new is greater than or equal to, so this is basically 1st April, and order date new is less than or equal to this. So basically it will give me, so this part is basically 6th April. Okay, now this value, if I say okay, now it will become something like this. So what I can do here is, just to verify whether my calculation is correct or not, let me put it here first. And this previous month sales, basically it is a true false thing. Okay, still something may not be correct, so I will go here and check again. So what would have gone wrong? So order date new is greater than or equal to, what is this doing? Date, month, okay, today. So this is basically happening for today's date. Now let me comment this part out so that I will break it, and I now check it whether what is happening is correct or not. Okay, now you see it is coming 1st April, but it is going up to 6th May. So what I need to tell Tableau, so don't complete it for the full month. So it should be until 6th, then only it will be correct. So let me check the other part. So there is some problem in the second part. So order date new is less than or equal to, now I have made it complex. So what I will do here is, I have made it complex unnecessarily. So date add, let's say -1. Okay, so today and date add. So directly I will do on today, date add. Okay, and let's see. Once you start doing it, you will understand. Let's say apply. Let's say okay. Now you see the true is only until whatever date we have. April. Only these days it is counting, because what is happening in May 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let me check why it is not considering this 6th, because there is no 5th here. Okay, there you see there is no 5th. So what might be happening here? There is one date of data missing. It's greater than or equal to this -1. I will remove. Now at least it should come until 6th. Okay, now this is my calculation for previous month sales. Okay, now what I will do here is, I'll remove all of it. Okay, and I'll go to my current month sales. This is this. Okay, but I cannot use the another one previous month also as a filter now. It will not work fine. So in these cases, now once you have done this, I'll go here, edit, and I will say, if this is true, then give me sum of sales. That's it. And okay. So what it is happening is, cannot mix aggregate, non-aggregate function. That is the problem you will get. Let me see if I remove this. You see now it is working fine. Then sales. Say apply. Okay, that's fine. Now I will use this now, and this you see this is coming as a measure, which should not. So I'll convert to a measure. Okay, now if I put that 10,000 something should come 10,652. Now similarly there is a previous month sales. Now this is I built just to check the logic. Once your logic is fine, you should convert that to a particular calculation. If this is true, then give me sales and okay, say okay. Now this is my previous month sales, and I should make it a measure. And if I put it here, let me make it little big. Now this is my previous month sales. Okay, this is my previous month sales. Okay, now if I put like this, it will come in one row. Now you always need to identify whether it is how the values are. Basically, it is doing good or bad. So for that, we will calculate month, whatever the percentage change. If your data is a full complete month, it's a monthly report, then it is really easy for you. But this is, I showed a little bit of tricky scenario so that you will get an idea. If it's a complete month, the calculation also becomes very easy. So now let's say uh, current month sales minus previous month sales. Who can say if I'm doing correct or not? What do you think? I'll get some values here or I'll get some error when I drag and drop? Now let's say I'll put it into the measure values. I'm getting null. Anyone explain why? Why I got a null? Who can explain why? What could be the issue with this logic that I got null? At least I should have got something, right? I should have got 10,652, 10,652 minus 7,751, 2,901 divided by what? 7,751, 37% increase. And why I got null? Any guesses? Hello, hello guys, can you hear me? Hello, hello guys, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah, I asked a question. If what could be the issue with this calculation that I'm getting null here? Can you check in measure values what I have used?
Sum of sales.
Yes, that
This
is
is
the,
the sum of previous month sale.
yeah. So
And
that
so
is the important thing, because whatever your aggregation in your visualization, your calculated field should also have that level of aggregation. Otherwise, you will not get the result. If I don't put these sums, it will be happening at a row level, but here it is an aggregate level. So we need that sum. Good. Now if I say okay, it will break because the aggregation has changed. So I need to bring that again. Month over month change. Now it is 0 because it is trying to display as a number. So I will change the format. Go ahead, make it a percentage, 37%. Okay. Now you can also change the format a little bit. If it is a positive, it's negative. So you can always go to custom. So put a plus here if it is a positive number, so that plus will come here. Put a semicolon. If you have a negative value, the semicolon will help you to get into the negative value. So it will be a negative percentage. Now let's say let me put some filters here. Let's say I will put a filter region category, something like that. Let's see, central, east, south, west. West is negative. That negative is also taken into consideration. But sometimes in real time, what happens, they will tell you, can you highlight that in color, right? They will ask you to highlight them in color. So right now what will happen, the way we have done this will not work. So we have to figure out a little different way. Okay, so what I will do here is, I'll go here. So instead of putting into this measure values here, I cannot change color. If you change color, it will change for everybody, everything, because they are part of one measure value. So let's say I'll show you that. If I put it into color, you see everything is changing, but still there is a way, right? Let's say if you want to change it for individual items, I think, okay. So here that option itself is not there. So what I will do here is, I'll go to new sheet and I'll try to drag and drop these sheets, these values separately. Current month cells, okay. And what I will do here is, and there is previous month cells, and I have this month over month change. Okay, now these are the three different values. Okay, now what I will do here is I'll go to the first one. I'll make it a text, something like that. But what happens here? Let me put in the current month sales, right? So there are some adjustment needs to be done. Current month sales. If I go here, if I put it in the middle and middle, still you see it is not coming to the middle, right? Let me make it a bar. You see now if I make it a bar, it comes to the middle now. Okay. Let me increase it a little bit. Now what I need to do here is, because this is something I don't want to show as a bar. So I'll go here and change the color to white. So user will not know that there is a bar present. Okay. In the second one also, I'll come here. This is previous month sales. And I'll put into label. And I'll go to this automatic and make it in the middle aligned. Okay. And make the color white. Okay. This is how I'm doing it. There are different ways you can do it. And now this thing, right? Percentage change. Probably I will use color on this. Now I have different columns, right? It gives me different marks card. So I can format each one separately, but here it was not the case. It is one measure value which is holding these values. So I cannot color things properly. So here what I can do here is I can use a background color. So what the background color I will use? The same that I use, right? Month over month change. Probably I'll create one more calculated field and I will say a month as that percentage change color code. I'll say color code percent change. And I'll say if that percentage is greater than or equal to 0, simple calculation, it will give me a true false output. Now I'll put it into color. So true, I'll double click on it. Let me select something like a green color here. Now that month over month change value will come here, and it has to be middle aligned, so that I'll see it in the middle. Then I'll format it, make it a percentage. Okay, now, and also I can make it bold and make it white, so that will come in middle. And in the format also, I will use that plus and semicolon 0.00 for minus values. Okay, now this is for the positive value. Now what is happening if I put that region as a filter where we had a negative value for that west? Let's see. Now I'll select on west. Now you see it is not even the right color. So you should always go and check each and everything so that your color coding is fine. 0.58. Oh, so you see there is no percentage coming here. It is a percentage coming, but here when I go to west, that percentage is not coming. Probably my formatting for the negative value is not correct. So I'll go here. You see I missed to put a percentage here. Now it should work fine. If you don't want this decimals, you can remove this here also. You can do it on the formatting from the custom pen, or you can do it here. Anything is fine. Now you don't need these borders and all, right? Right click, format, borders. I don't need this. Column divider, I don't need this. I don't need the grid lines, 0 line rows column. Okay, now and I'll format. I don't want to show this, and these values probably I can show little bigger because these are my key KPIs. I'll make it 10. Similarly, I'll go to this, go here. Okay, now hide title. When you put into the dashboard, right? When you go to the dashboard, these kind of things, I would go ahead with the floating way. This is how it will look like. So here hide title, and you need to give some name here, right? Which, so basically what I normally do is I'll put a vertical container, and in the vertical container I'll drag this on. Okay, now then I will also put a horizontal container within the vertical container, so that I can put text boxes within that horizontal container. This is one, and I'll current month sales, control all, bold, middle, something like that. Current month sales. Now put one more in that horizontal container. I'll say previous month sales, bold, make it middle aligned. Is my previous month sales, and the other one is for the percentage change. Percentage change automatically, it takes care of that. So maybe if you want to do a little shading so that the headers come up little slightly different than the other things, you can do this. Something like that. Now nobody will know what you have done here. Something like that. Okay. Similarly, I'm asking you to do, there are different homeworks. Let's say YTD versus last year same period. Okay. YTD is what? Today is 6th May. So what the YTD range? Which all date should come in YTD? Hello guys.
First April, if we take means 1st April till today.
No. YTD is 1st January till today. It's year to date. YTD. Right?
Okay, sir.
And last year same period means 1st January 2021 till 6th May 2021. That is last year same period. Okay. All right. Now the way we did for current month versus last year same period. So current month is 1st to 6th May, 1st May to 6th May 2022. Last year same period means 1st May 2021 to 6th May 2021. Okay, that is what it is. Now current quarter versus previous quarter. Okay, current quarter versus previous quarter. Now what is my current quarter? April 1st to 6th May. Similarly, you will compare these many days for the previous quarter, not the full quarter, from the previous quarter. So basically, what was my previous quarter? Jan, Feb, March, right? So you will check Jan 1st until whatever it could be around 6th February or something like that. Okay, those many days. Getting it? What I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir.
This current quarter has started on April 1st. So I'm checking April 1st to 6th. Whatever, how many, 30 plus 6, 36 days, right? Total 36 days. Similarly, if I say previous quarter, I should be comparing it with the those many days only. If I compare it full quarter, then my calculation may not be appropriate. So my calculation for previous quarter will be those many days of my previous quarter from 1st till 6th February or something like that, or 5th February, because January was 31 days. So you need to calculate that dynamically. April was 30 days. So that's why I'm saying, okay, first you need to calculate how many days, then you need to do that. So this is one more, current quarter versus previous quarter. Current quarter versus same period last year. Is that clear? So you will also compare 1st April 2021 until 6th May 2021. Okay, clear? All right. Save as. Okay. Now let me show you. Now this is something I wanted to show, and you please do this. Now, when you work in a real-time scenario, right? When you work in a team, right? Basically, mostly nowadays things happen in agile methodology, right? Do you guys know what is agile framework?
No.
Any? Okay, so agile framework. So basically, what is this agile framework is, nowadays all the development works happen in the agile framework. Earlier it was a waterfall method, but right now it's agile framework. So what happens? So in agile framework, there would be sprints. Okay, there are sprints. Wait. Let me see. Okay, now there are sprints in Agile framework. There are sprints. Okay, there are sprints. So what are the sprints? One second, guys. Okay, sorry guys. So there are sprints. So what are the sprints? Okay, a sprint is for 14 days. Okay, 14 days. Every sprint will be of 14 days. Normally in Agile framework, so basically like what this sprint contain? This sprint will contain user stories. Okay, this will contain user stories. You know what is a user story? Okay, so user story, think of it as a requirement. Okay, so a sprint will contain multiple user stories, and these user stories will be planned before that sprint starts. Okay, before the sprint starts, so that they will know like what all the things that are coming up in the next sprint. Okay, so who are the stakeholders here? So so the stakeholders are basically your project product owner. Okay, there are some people called product owner. Product owner. Then there is something called product manager. Then something called product manager. So this product owner works with the product manager, and what they do is they decide the roadmap items. Roadmap item means in the whole year, what are the things they are going to deliver to the stakeholders. Okay, so based on that, they will bring the user stories in each sprint. Okay, so far so good. Then there is something called a Scrum Master. What is this Scrum Master's work is, he will check in each and every sprint whether things are going smoothly or not. Okay, he will be looking at, he will be having daily stand-up calls, and he will be taking the status of each and every user story. These people, product owner and product manager, they decide what all things will go into a particular sprint. So in a year, each sprint runs for 2 weeks, so there will be around 25 to 26 sprints in a year. Each sprint will run for 14 days, and each sprint will have multiple user stories, and these user stories will be assigned to various uh, uh, developers. Let's say there are 4 or 5 developers in a team, there are 5, 6 user stories. So based on the complexity of the user story, there will be some time assigned to those user stories. Let's say one user story is a complete new dashboard development. So you have estimated that you will take the entire week or entire sprint to deliver that dashboard. So that will take a lot of time. So only one user story will be assigned to one developer who is taking up for that task. There will be another user stories which are maybe small enhancements to the existing report. Also, it's not that you will always create new reports. Once you have created reports, or there will be existing reports in the team that you joined, there will be enhancement requests. So there are like major enhancements and minor enhancements, depends on that. if major enhancement would need little more time, so based on that, the number of hours or story points will be assigned to that story. Based on that, you will start your work. Once you finish, right, once you, let's say, once you pick a particular user story, and you are let me show you first how the user story looks like. um, is it, whatever I'm saying, does it make sense, guys, or that's fine? I cannot, if you don't want, I'll not waste energy. Okay. Okay, this is how it looks like. So they are looking at the backlogs. Let me find a good one. Okay, this is how it look like. Okay, so to do, in progress, all these things. So these are different. So these are basically different tasks. Whatever you're saying, these are different tasks of a user story. So one user story will have multiple tasks, because see, one user story may require work of your data engineering team, your Tableau developer team, everything, right? So let's say one user story is containing, like, let's build a particular dashboard. For that dashboard, we need certain amount of data that is not present. So first, the data engineering team will work on it to get the data to your databases or tables. Then your front. So let's say this is the task for that data engineer. Now, once that data comes in, there would be some other person who will do the unit testing, or who will check whether all data is fine or not. Then comes the Tableau developer, who will use that data and he'll build the report. Once it is built, he will pass it for the functional testing. Okay, so once that particular task is done, the functional test happens. Okay, so there will be a QA person, right? He will check, or she will check whether everything is as expected, because in the user story there will be some acceptance criteria also, right? So based on that acceptance criteria, the person will evaluate whether whatever you have delivered is matching or not. If it is not matching, he will again pass his comments to you, so that you need to make the changes. Once that process is complete and he is satisfied, he will pass it for the UAT, user acceptance testing. So basically this UAT is done mostly by this product owner. Okay, and when he is satisfied, what we do is, then every sprint end there is a review ceremony. Okay, review ceremony. So basically in this review ceremony, what happens, all the stakeholders will come, and you need to present in that sprint whatever you have completed. Okay, so but they will look at those dashboards, and they will see, like, if something is working or not. Based on that, they will pass their feedback. Okay, they will pass the feedback. If everything is fine, that's okay. If not, they will pass the feedback, and you need to implement these feedbacks. Then again, the same process, you will pass it for FT. Where it is, you will pass it for I don't know. And to get a circular arrow, not getting. I don't even know which one will work. Let me see this. I'm not able to do that. I need that circular arrow, right? Yeah, I don't know where it is. Okay, maybe this one. They will again pass for FT. Okay. Then again pass for FT. Then again, once the FT is complete, then again it will go to UAT. And after product owner is satisfied, you can directly push into production where the users will use that. So in Tableau, there are different environments. Okay, there are different environments. Hello guys, you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
So mostly there is a dev environment and there is a production environment. Broad categories. Okay, dev environment and prod environment. So in this dev environment, again, you will have dev in, basically I would call it non-production environment. So in this you will have a dev environment and you have a QA environment. And in production it is always open. Here also what happens, some companies they maintain like ad hoc environment and there is a certified environment. So these are, don't get terrified with this. Once you get into environment, you will understand what are the structure. So what happens when you first start working on a particular user story, you will push it to dev and see everything working or fine or not. Similarly, once you are satisfied, you will move it to QA and you will pass it for FT. That link, that URL, you will pass it for FT. Okay. Once that is done, the review happens on this QA environment. Okay. And then what happens? Everything is satisfied, everybody is satisfied. You will move it to production now, ad hoc environment. Okay, so this ad hoc environment, you may keep it for some time because once the users start using that, there would be times they will have questions, they will give you feedbacks to do some changes and all those things. So keep it for some time here. Okay. So once you keep it for some time here and you see that, okay, we are not getting no more changes, it is fine. Then you move it to certified. Certified is the place where you cannot make changes frequently. Okay, because that is done through the support team. So if any changes you want to do, you will have to raise a ticket for the support team to put it into the certified. So you always move things to certified until unless if it is not 100% mature. So normally most of the things, when the things are evolving, most of the things will be in ad hoc environment. Okay, so this is how the overall structure of Tableau looks like. Okay, in the development. So let me show you how the Tableau publish. Let's say I'll show Tableau publish. Now you see this is a good. Can you see my screen? I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, if you can see this, I don't know how clearly you can see it. So when you build a dashboard, right? Let's say I created dashboard, I want to publish it. So I'll go to server and I will do publish workbook. Okay, I'll do the publish workbook. So here you will give that the environment that I'm talking about, right? Dev, QA or ad hoc, where you want to publish. You need to give those links. Okay, you need to give that link here. Okay, so once you put those link, this sort of a screen will come. Okay, where you will check whether you are publishing it to the right project. What is the name of your dashboard? If you want to give any description, this is optional, but these two are mandatory, so that you need to publish it to the right project. Otherwise it may have some implications. People will see what they are not intended to see if something is added to a different project. uh, Normally you may not have access to a lot of projects unless you are working for different departments. Okay, so this is the project, and under each project then you will be publishing different dashboards. Now this extract refresh schedule, this is written refresh schedule, which is full extract. Basically this only comes up if you are using an extract. If you are using a live connection, this thing will not come up. If you are using an extract, it will ask you to put a schedule so that you can refresh your dashboards right at a particular time. Let's say every day or every week, depends. based on that. Okay. Now, after that, once you give the schedule, see it is trying to publish something. I don't want to show that. I don't want to see GIF. No, not this one. You see server publish workbook, right? Something like that. Let me do something. Tableau. I'll go to this. I'll go to the Tableau's website directly. Tableau steps for publishing. Server. It has given some steps. Okay, let me see what are this. So always refer or fall back. There are so many resources available. Control paste down. Okay, so simple steps to publish a workbook. When you want to share a work with your colleague, you can publish it to Tableau server or Tableau online. Mostly if you're working in a good organization, big organization, it is always Tableau server. Till now, I have not worked with the Tableau online. Mostly the startups or small companies, they may use this because it might be little, they don't need to maintain that infrastructure of Tableau. Okay, so what you do before you publish the workbook, make sure the following: the name of the server and how you sign it. If you're organizing Tableau online, you can click quick connect. Any publishing guidelines. Okay, so publish your workbook. Okay, now what you need to do here is under data sources, all those things, publish workbook. Okay, click on publish. Okay, this is very simplistic. Okay, comprehensive. Let's see this. That was not enough, whatever they have mentioned. Okay, this is the one. Select server, publish workbook. So basically they are talking about this, that I select server, publish workbook. Okay. Once you do that, if doesn't appear server, okay. Now in the publish workbook dialog box, select the project, enter a name for the workbook. Okay, that's what the screenshot that I showed. For permissions, accept the default project setting, that's fine. For data sources, if okay, normally embed password only we do when you publish, right? If you publish an extract, you must select embed password. Okay, so that is the selection you need to do. Otherwise, there will be one more option called prompt user. Okay, so don't use that prompt user because the user may not have the database credentials, right? So you will always use the embed password so that your ID password will be taken into consideration when the user trying to open it automatically. After you do all these things, click on publish, and then rest all things will follow. And there is one thing, if there are multiple dashboards in one workbook, you click on this option, show sheets as tabs. Okay, so so that it will look like this. Different dashboards I was showing yesterday, right? They will look like this. Okay, show select this to highlight particular portion of the view. When others open the work, make your selection in Tableau. External files, device loud. The others are fine. So these are basically important things while publishing the workbook. Once you publish it, it will get published. It will show a message. It is published, and you can then open that, and you can pass that URL to the user who wants to use it. That's it. As simple as that. Okay, try to do all these things. Also, I have given the I think I have given that Twitter data analysis. It is not there. I'll import it. I'll put it now. File upload. You see, all the files are there. Just that the Lohit needs to update them. Any questions, guys? I put this to Twitter data analysis also, so that those are present. All the files are present, guys. You see, I have already put that Tableau bookshop data set, right? That is present. The bookshop file is present, bookshop file is present, Amazing Mart U is present. Let me also put that Tableau questions for your interview preparation. Tableau interview questions, that is also there. So this, all the files, all the resources are available. Okay. Now, if you don't get anything, please check with Lohit. Okay, and you should be good. Any question, guys, before we stop? This was the last class of Tableau. Please try to recreate that Twitter data analysis and you can share with me, or you can share in an email. That is also fine. We can check whatever you have done.
Sure, sir.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good day and all the best for your job search.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.